Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look again at Bonk. I got a lot of requests for this one. Just so you know, too, future reference in our Discord, I have TA request. That's the name for it. Where you can go ahead and submit your request for coins you want me to go ahead and analyze. So thank you again for that. And also thanks to my community for some awesome feedback. We took a short with ICP recently, 21%. 27% from Bitcoin, Near Protocol 39%, BNB 17. So some nice shorts that we took to the downside. We're 5 for 5 on our shorts this week. We had to close out one long in the red before it hit stop loss, but that is par for the course, folks. You got to kind of pivot and make sure you understand holding on for dear life is not the best call when you're using leverage. So let's take a quick look at liquidation, kind of see what's going on, and just kind of quickly reference the back end data here too, because liquidation levels, folks, are extremely important. It's like half of trading. It's one of those areas that you want to focus on, because if you don't, you're not going to know where the heavy interests are for the whales, because they have a tendency of wanting to sweep the price action. This does look like a prime opportunity for shorts. Basically what I mean by that is that there's a lot of longs at 2.5 as low as about 2.3. That area is likely to be swept here soon, just based on the way that things are working here. In other words, the price action coming down that low, there's a distinct probability with us being right there on the edge of that large amount of liquidation that hasn't been swept yet, it'll probably get hit hard, okay? So we'll look at some fib levels, make sure we understand, but that is probably the next target here for the whales. We can see pretty heavy concentration as low as about 2.1 as well. So just be mindful that these areas are absolutely targeted, and it would make sense for us to see one more leg down, especially if we look at the charts here too. We'll look at our 0.618 fib levels here, that 2.4. That's probably an area we're going to see the price action pull back to, because most coins right now are retracing to their 0.618 fib levels. Okay, so just some friendly advice. That is a likely area of retracement. And again, you don't just take a trade based on that alone, but just kind of put that in the back of your mind and be like, okay, cool. I guess I understand generally where the price could go here. All right, now here's something we want to recognize. We're honoring the ascending trend line on the daily time frame. If you go to smaller time frames, of course, it'll look like a bearish backtest. We'll talk about that in a minute, but generally speaking, we're wicking down to this ascending trend. The ascending trend is running concurrent with the 20-day SMA. That's generally a favorable sign. Until we break below that, you generally don't want to take a trade into it. It's really what it boils down to, because these ascending trend lines have a tendency of continuing to work until they don't. So you honor the trend. You've probably heard the term, the trend is your friend. That's exactly why that factors in. We're also over 50 on the RSI, which, while this is not great to be getting closer to that, it's good in a sense, letting us know support is near. So generally when you get close to the 50 on the RSI, you'll likely see a bounce. So I'm expecting the price to stabilize here soon at this 0.5 fib level, but we shall see nonetheless. Stochastic correction, MACD diverging here, essentially letting us know that we have a lot of momentum to the downside, and that further continuation lower would make sense. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, we're smack dab in the middle of all moving averages, not really a favorable sign. To me, being under the 50 and the 20-day SMA, that's the green and the orange. On the 4-hour time frame, to me, that's generally unfavorable. I don't like to see that. Those are bad signs nonetheless, because it just basically implies the momentum is significantly shifted, right? It's not like there's key levels that you have to like honor like with an X-Acto knife, if that's even a good reference. What I'm getting at though is that they're not exact, they're not absolute, but they are just general mindset shifters. So right now we shift our mindset to know that the price action is no longer moving up. We've lost this potential, this higher low and higher high pattern, and we're establishing lower lows and lower highs. So all that contributing here, and we combine that with being under 50 in the RSI and stochastic trying to swing up here, we might get a slight relief rally. There's not much to expect the price action to do right now. There's a great chance we're going to see the price continue lower here, and that it's we could even be in the beginning, and this is just a kind of quick little throwdown here, but there's a possibility we might see another, kind of a head and shoulders type of pattern here. Once more, just spitballing here, of course, but when the price starts to work itself into these kind of trends, it's basically implying that all the fib levels are holding the price action in place, and that what used to be a support is now a resistance, and we just got to respect that. So the 4 hours looking fairly bearish. It's definitely shifted momentum, while the daily time frame is almost lost. It's cool, if you will. It's almost lost its support. Let's take a quick look here at the Ichimoku cloud and just confirm a couple of things. We are still below the cloud, working as a resistance right there at that 2800 mark or 2.8 mark. that level is effectively a resistance for us. You can see the price wicked up there, got rejected. More likely to see the price pull back again. Once more, it's that standard local high working as sorry, I misspoke. It's that standard local low working as a new high. Okay, so again, price comes down here, tries to break down. Once it breaks down, it'll work as a resistance and continue lower. Okay, it's a general way that trading will work. Okay, what's more, this is a fib level too, so not surprised by it. Again, reiterating or reaffirming that 2.8 is a solid area of potential consideration for a short. The Ichimoku cloud is telling us every green light to keep your short position open while that window of opportunity is closing, and it could very well close here soon. It still just implies that if you have a short position open, you want to keep it open or maybe consider securing profits in the next 5 to 10 hours. So that's generally where we're at there. I think the Bonk will continue to retrace, but it'll probably try to jump back up here to this 2.8 level, maybe a second retest, perhaps even jump up a little bit further. Let's look at our more recent point of control and see where that's at, because it does help to understand where that's at. And if we do kind of look out here, this is ever since, this is roughly a month's worth of trading since June 28th or so. We can see a heavy concentration of support at 2.6. That's that local point of control. So keep in mind, even though the price is more likely to decrease, it's going to take a decent amount of volume to get through that level. So the tentative bottom is in, but I would just urge caution taking along at this point. We want to wait for confirmation, and to me, confirmation comes at a solid closure at 2.8 or higher, or 2800, whatever chart you're looking at. That's where we're at. That's where Bonk is. It's neither good nor bad. We're right in this transition, and as per usual too, if you've seen any of my videos today, you'll recognize that today's an indecisive day. In other words, the charts are giving us a lot of indecisive movements and nothing that's concrete or substantial. So nothing enough to warrant a long or short position. So you're better off steering clear, waiting for confirmation. And for right now, Bonk is a long ways away from confirming it wants to stay or hold this level. Okay, so just be careful. Make sure you do join us, of course, over here at BitUnix, phenomenal exchange. Excellent rewards. Use my link to register. Highly recommend utilizing them. They've been an awesome exchange for us. No KYC or VPN required. We've been using them for over a year. And if we do take a look here at cash trading here, this is our Discord, Twitter, and Telegram. Be sure to check this out if you haven't already followed us. Check it out. Again, really good resource of information for these playout charts I like to provide, and whatever else, of course, as well. So thanks so much for your support. We'll see you on the next one. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.